if you'd been able to attend Mass today, you would have heard certain words, which reminded me of the Mass of Mary Mazzarello, Saint Mary Mazzarello, who was our first sister. And something to the effect of the Lord saying, you know, when you were called, it's actually St. Paul speaking to the Corinthians, but he said, when you were called, how many of you were of noble families, were very rich, very important people? And I was thinking of Mother Mazzarello, St. Mary Mazzarello, anything but important, anything but rich, a peasant girl, living a quiet life with her family in a very quiet, forgotten little village in the hills in Italy. And yet the Lord had plans for that girl, which she was totally unaware of, but she just allowed her life to be totally in God's hands. She wanted His will to be done in her. And along comes a wise and discerning and holy man like St. John Bosco, and he had the good sense to spot in this young woman gifts that she was unaware of, but gifts of leadership that he would be able to use, because he had in mind to have a congregation, an order of women working alongside the Salesians, doing the work for girls that they were doing for boys. And so over a number of years, quite a number of, almost 10 years, he watched over what was happening with that little group of women in Mornese, and eventually suggested to them that they might like to become religious sisters and work alongside him. And unanimously, Mary Mazzarello, was chosen to be their leader. And so the work began. And in her very brief lifetime as a sister, only 9 years, she saw that congregation grow from that little start in Mornese, spreading in various places in Italy, going out to France, and then even to South America. Because the Salesians, the priests and brothers, they were sending out a second expedition to South America in 1877, and our sisters went along with them. Not Maria. She would have loved to have gone, but she couldn't because she had to stay in Italy and to lead the congregation from there. So first of all, our sisters went to Uruguay and then into the Argentine, and we've just celebrated 140 years since the first sisters went to Patagonia. Patagonia, right down in the southernmost point of the South American continent. They went to Tierra del Fuego, the land of fire, the first European women to set foot on in that part of the continent. Just look what God can do when a person is totally given to doing His will for them. That was Maria Mazzarello. I wonder, what is He asking of us? What plans does He have for you? Ask Him.